Hello, dear human beings. It's quite a decent morning here where I am. Beautiful morning. I believe in you. I believe you can do it. I believe you can change. I believe you can let go of the past. I believe you can forgive. I believe you are abundant. And I know for certain, from deep within my heart, that you have already done it and that it is already done for you. Yep, it happens. Noises happen, huh? Noises in our minds, noises in our hearts. Yesterday I was blaming and essentially hurting another human being, a very dear human being to me. Not realizing it, I was doing that. I was blaming them for not doing enough, for not wanting to change enough, or for essentially being inactive and not meeting my expectations. It was boiling so much inside that at some point, because I was realizing what I'm doing. At some point, I was just like, okay, I gotta stop. I gotta stop, even though I know my intentions are not wrong, but it doesn't come from the right place. This judgment, that's not from the right place. So I went back, into myself, I stayed alone, and I was asking myself the question, what is that in me that creates this? And this is a pattern that repeats itself in my life, that somebody around me I would perceive as not decisive enough, not doing enough, not motivated enough, not enthusiastic enough, not putting too much energy into something. And I would always have to do with those people. And yesterday I was just asking myself, what is that in me that creates that? Because I know it's not in them, that's for certain. Because it doesn't happen for the first time in my life. The same scenario, same situation. And it's the same feeling that pops up. So I'm also human and I make mistakes. Sometimes mistakes that are really painful to me. Until I let them go, until I forgive. And yesterday was such. But the important thing is that now I know. Now I know that it's in me. And for whatever reason, I was not perceiving it like this before that. Even though I do my best to be aware of those things. I do my best to stay conscious, and to reflect. Well, yesterday was just another time in which I didn't do that in the moment, but I did something differently afterwards. And I was asking myself, what's that in me that I have to change in order for this to change, for this perception of mine? Essentially for those people to act in a different way. And not in order to please me, but just because there's something in me stopping them from acting in a perfect for them way. And I was asking and asking and asking because I was sure it's in me. And I was shown exactly the feeling. I was shown exactly the association that I'm making. And I was shown exactly what I can do about it. It couldn't be easier, guys. Just couldn't be easier. First, I could rescript how I see them. And I can rescript it in a perfect way, that they are perfect. It has nothing to do with me. If you understand, that they are perfect, that I see them perfectly. Because it is in my view that they are not perfect. And it is my view that is incorrect. It is my perception, it is my emotion that makes them incorrect in a way. And they are not, they are perfect. So that's one thing. And second thing is just to accept and embrace the emotion and allow it, fully feel it, love it, be compassionate towards it, stay with it. And it dissipates. It started dissipating already yesterday. Now there's some conscious work that has to be put in that and some time that has to be dedicated. So today, guess what I'm doing again? I'm gonna go back inside, back to the same emotion, back to the same perception. It's not the same anymore, which I think is, it can act as a motivation for you to change your perception, because it's not the other person that seems imperfect, it's our perception that is imperfect. is this emotion in our bodies, essentially, that we filter our mind through. It actually makes them seem or look like this. Yeah, like imperfect, like there's something wrong with them. But essentially, it's inside of us. Nothing to judge ourselves for, nothing to blame ourselves for whatever reason we've picked it up and we're carrying it. But now that we've become aware of it, and now that we're loving enough and strong enough and willing enough and loving enough, it's time to heal it. It's time to love it in ourselves in order to see them perfectly, because they are already perfect. We are already perfect. Love you all. I believe in you. See you. Ciao.